the probability of the particle at the wall is 0. That is, using the boundary condition psi is equal to 0 at x is equal to 0, we can just say that so psi is equal to 0 anta helidre sin phi is equal to 0, that is phi is equal to 0. So using mod psi is equal to 0 at x is equal to L, we get sin BL plus, because x is equal to L, we have BL plus phi is equal to 0. So now as phi is equal to 0 here, we can just say that sin BL is equal to 0. So now sin BL is equal to 0 is possible when sin is 0 degree, 180 degree, 360 degree, 520, 540, it goes like this. Now I can just say that it is an integral multiple of pi, because pi is 180, 2 pi is 360, 3 pi is 540. Now I can just say that BL is equal to n pi. So whenever, at what values of sin it is 0, when sin is an integral multiple of pi, then BL is equal to 0, or I can just say that B is equal to n pi by L. B is equal to n pi by L. So this B is equal to n pi by L. Now where n is an integer, pi is a radian, we can just say that. So B is equal to n pi by L. So B is equal to n pi by L. Now substituting this values, that is substituting the value of pi B in the equation 5 and 6. So in the equation 4. So now this n pi by, this is, I can call this as equation 6, and BL is equal to 0. I got BL is equal to n pi, I can just take 5. That is, and your equation, that is the solution psi is equal to, this is, I can call this as equation number 4. If I just write that 5 and 6, if I just substitute it in 4, we get psi is equal to a sin n pi, because we know the value of B now, n pi L into x, because phi is equal to 0 we have already. So now as the particle is certainly within the box, I said that the particle is within the box. So now what is the total length? 0 to L, because it is moving in the x direction. So x is equal to L, psi star psi dx is equal to 1. So what is this called? This condition is called as normalization. This condition is called normalization. Now to normalize this, so what we have to do it is just equate this. So psi star is nothing but now a star into a sin square n pi by L x dx is equal to 1. Okay, so now if I can just keep it this mod a square by 2, 0 to L, a star into a is nothing but a square, that is this sin square x, I can just write it 1 minus cos 2x. Okay, so now if I just use that here, x, because x is the x, minus sin 2n pi x by L, okay, to 1 minus, okay, sorry, 1 minus cos, sorry, here, one second, this is, now I can just write it, this is that is 1 minus cos 2 pi n by L into x dx is equal to 1, because this is normalization condition here. So now this integration of this 1 minus x is, or integration of 1 is x minus sin 2 pi n x divided by L. This is only there for L. So integration has to be applied from integration has to be applied from 0 to L. So that is still equal to 1. This one, if I just apply there, so what happens is this becomes, if you, this is mod a square by 2, so this becomes, so if I just apply that here, this whole thing becomes 0 and this becomes 1, and limits that is mod a square by 2 into L is equal to 1. So how does that happen? You can just see that. So 0 to L minus sine 2 pi n x, wherever x is there, L divided by L, so L gets cancelled, minus, so this is upper limit and lower limit is 0, minus L is equal to 0, x is 0 means 0, so this 2 pi, so now L gets cancelled, so 2n pi is nothing but again it is 0, so what is limit, the leftover is just L, so a square L. So now I can just say that a square L by 2 is equal to 1. On cross multiplying, a square is equal to 2 by L, a is equal to root 2 by L. So what I have just done is, so earlier I have calculated the value of b and phi. Now I have, by using the normalization, I have used this, I have just calculated the value of a. So now if I just use the equation, this is, now I can say that this is 7. If I just use this 7 in the equation 4, that becomes, your wave function becomes root 2 by L sine n pi into x by L. So finding its second derivative, that is dou square psi by dou x square, if I just find it, minus root 2 by L n pi square by L, this is n pi by L whole square, sine n pi by L into x. So now you know this dou psi by dou x is equal to root 2 by L. Sin x is, sine becomes cos, again cos, if you just differentiate it once again, it becomes again sine, so minus here. So that one I can just write it dou square psi by dou x square minus n pi by L whole square into psi. So that is, now, so substituting this value, okay, so substituting this value in the equation 1, that becomes dou square psi value, now we got it, dou square psi by dou x square value. So now minus n pi by L psi plus 2me by h cut psi is equal to 0. Now what I can just do, I can take psi outside. So what is left over? So your leftover is 2me by h cut square, okay, this is also h cut c, minus n pi by L whole square is equal to 0, because psi I have taken common. So as psi is equal to 0, now 2me by h cut square is equal to n pi by L whole square. Now 2me by h cut square is equal to n square pi square by L square. So E is equal to now cross multiplying n square pi square h cut square divided by 2ml square. Now I don't want this h cut here. E is equal to n square pi square h square by 4 pi square 8ml square. So pi square and this gets cancelled. Your E is equal to n square h square by 8. So now this is h square by 4 pi square, denominator of a denominator. It okay, one second. What is this?